Masolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at the 27th question from the Digital SAT, Test 1, Module 2. That's from the Bluebook app. The easier set of reading and writing questions. Question for 27 reads, the student wants to make a generalization about the kind of study conducted by Glickman, Brown, and Song. Which choice most effectively uses relevant information from the notes to accomplish this goal? So notice that's about a generalization and about the kind of study. We're going to read through with the bullet points. While researching a topic, a student has taken the following notes. British musicians John Lennon and Paul McCartney shared writing credit for numerous Beatles songs. Many Lennon-McCartney songs were actually written by either Lennon or McCartney, not both. Kind of puzzling why they would do that. The exact authorship of specific parts of many Beatles songs, such as the verse for In My Life, is disputed. Mark Glickman, Jason Brown, and Ryan Song, it's kind of ironic the guy's name is Song, used statistical methods to analyze the musical content of Beatles songs. They concluded that there is an 18.9% probability that McCartney wrote the verse for My Life, stating that the verse is consistent with Lennon's songwriting style. So you could say that they're more likely. Now, it is a good idea to predict an answer for basically any reading question. So this one, we need a generalization about the kind of study. What kind of study is it? We're studying who the lyrics are attributable to, who wrote the lyrics for the song. And we're making a generalization. It's using statistical analysis to make this prediction. And then once again, the question is, which choice most effectively uses relevant information from the notes to accomplish this goal? Answer is A. Based on the statistical analysis, Glickman, Brown, and Song claim that John Lennon wrote the verse In My Life. So is it true based on what we've read? It might be a little strong. They claim that John Lennon wrote it. Maybe you'd say they claim that John Lennon is more likely to have written it. But so you might say it's true based on what we've read, but it's not a generalization about the kind of study. You got to pay, an answer choice could be true but wrong. You got to pay careful attention to what the question's asking. Answer choice B, there is only an 18.9% probability that McCartney wrote the verse for In My Life. John Lennon is more likely the author. Now that is consistent with the passage. It's literally the statistic that's cited. But again, is it a generalization for the kind of study? Looks like it's not a generalization. For any of these, you might be like, hey, that's true, I'm going to leave it. Hey, that's true, I'm going to leave it. Answer choice C, it is likely that John Lennon, not Paul McCartney, wrote the verse for In My Life. I mean, that might sound like a better answer choice for you than answer choice C. It's consistent with the conclusion. But again, we need a generalization about the kind of study, not about this specific study. So answer choice D, researchers have used statistical methods to address questions of authorship within the field of music. The authorship of a song, who wrote the song, researchers, more specifically we've got Glickman, Brown, and Song. They are the researchers, so more generally they are researchers. Statistical methods are used to address the question of authorship. Specifically, this is talking about McCartney versus Lennon. And more generally, we're talking about the authorship or who wrote the lyrics for any song. Answer choice D is your generalization. You got to pay careful attention to what the question's asking in order to get this question correct. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has difficulty with these types of reading comprehension bulleted questions. Is there any question you'd like to answer from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT? Leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check it out. That 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.